Christmas lights twinkled above Harbor Bistro as Megan Foster sat alone at a table for 231 years old with auburn hair and diminishing hopes. She wore a forest green dress, festive, elegant-waisted. Her date was 40 minutes late. She had checked her phone 17 times. No message, no calls, nothing. The waiter approached, sympathy in his eyes. "Can I get you anything else?" "I'll wait a little longer, of course." But Megan knew he wasn't coming. Another failed setup. Another Christmas Alanche was about to leave when a small voice stopped her. "Excuse me, Miss." Megan looked up. A little girl stood beside her table, maybe 7 years old, with dark curly hair. She wore a red velvet dress, Christmas bow in her hair. "Hi, sweetie. Are you waiting for someone?" Megan felt tears threaten. "I was, but I don't think they're coming." "That's sad," the girl said. "Can I sit with you?" "So you're not alone. Don't you have someone with you?" "My daddy," the girl said, pointing across the restaurant, "but he's on a work call. He does that a lot. I get bored, and you look nice and lonely." Megan smiled. "Despite everything, what's your name?" "Emma." "Hi, Megan." Emma climbed into the empty chair. "Why did your date not come?" "I don't know. Maybe he got scared. My daddy gets scared." "Too of what?" "Of dating," Emma said matter-of-factly. "His friends try to set him up, but he always cancels. He says work is easier." "Your daddy sounds busy." "He is." "Okay." Emma sighed. "He works all the time since Mommy died 2 years ago." "I'm so sorry." "It's okay," Emma said. "But I wish he had someone so he wouldn't be sad, and so I could have someone to talk to." Besides just him. Across the restaurant, a man looked up, saw Emma at Megan's table. Panic crossed his face. He ended his call, rushed over. "Emma, I told you to stay at our table." "But Daddy, you were working, and this lady is alone. Her date didn't come." The man looked at Megan, mid-30s, with dark hair, navy suit, handsome, exhausted. "I'm so sorry. She shouldn't bother strangers." "She's not bothering me," Megan said. "Really, she's been wonderful company." The man studied. It's Megan, the empty seat, the full wine glass, the defeated posture. "Did your date really not show?" Apparently not. Something shifted in his expression. "That's terrible. It's Christmas Eve." "Who does that?" "Someone who didn't want to be here." The man made a decision. "Would you like to join us for dinner?" Emma's right. You shouldn't be alone on Christmas Eve. "I can't impose." "You're not imposing." The man said. "I'm Miles. By the way, Miles Richardson, Emma's father, and terrible at being present." Apparently, at their table, larger by the window, Christmas tree visible outside. Megan relaxed. "What do you do, Miles?" "I'm a software developer. Started my own company 5 years ago. It's grown a lot too much, probably." "What about you?" "I'm a teacher. 3rd grade." "That's perfect." Emma said. "Do you like kids?" "I love them." "Why aren't you married?" Emma. Miles said. "That's personal." "It's okay." Megan laughed. Honest answer. "I haven't found the right person, and I'm picky. I'd rather be alone than settle." "That's smart." Miles said. "I wish more people thought that way." Over dinner, they talked Miles about his late wife, cancer sudden, devastating. "I threw myself into work to cope, to provide for Emma, to not feel, but Emma deserves better." Megan talked about her life, teaching, dating, disasters, being the single friend at every wedding. Everyone says I'm too picky, but I don't think wanting genuine connection is too much to ask. Emma listened, asked questions, drew pictures on her napkin. "You're nice, Miss Megan. Daddy should date you." Emma. Miles went red. "I'm so sorry." She has no filter. "It's fine." Megan laughed. "She's sweet." After dinner, Miles walked Megan to her karama. Between them, "Thank you for tonight." Megan said. "You saved Christmas." Emma saved it. Miles corrected. "She's the one who sat down." "True." Megan looked at Emma. "Thank you for keeping me company." "You're welcome. Can you come over for Christmas?" "Daddy makes good pancakes." Miles looked mortified. Emma. "We can't invite people. It's a Christmas morning." "Why not?" Emma said. "Miss Megan is alone. We're alone. Can be alone together." Megan felt tears. "That's very sweet, but I'm sure your dad's plans we don't." Miles admitted. "Usually just as low-key, but if you wanted to come, we'd love to have you." Megan surprised herself. "Okay. Really, I live alone," was was going to eat leftovers and watch Christmas movies. This sounds better. Christmas morning, Megan arrived at Miles's house, beautiful but lived in presents. Under the tree of my pajamas, Miss Megan. It came. They made pancakes, soap, and presents. Maya had wrapped something for Megan, a drawing of 3 people. That's you and me and Daddy. I made it last night after dinner. Megan started crying. It's beautiful. That afternoon, while Emma napped, Miles and Megan talked. Can I confess something? Miles said. Sure. I canceled my date last night. But I was supposed to meet someone, a blind date. My assistant set it up, but I canceled it. The last minute, said I had to work. Used it as an excuse. Like always, he looked at Megan. Then Emma sat with you, and I saw what I'd been avoiding. Which is what? That being scared isn't a good reason to stay alone. I was scared too, Megan admitted last night, of another bad date. Another disappointment. I almost didn't go, but I pushed through. Hank stood up anyway. I'm glad you did, Miles said. Me too. 3 months later, Miles asked Megan to dinner, just the 2 of them. Emma at a sleepover. I need to tell you something, he said. Okay, I'm falling in love with you. But I'm terrified of losing someone again, Miles admitted. My wife died. I barely survived. What if something happens to you? What if Emma gets attached and I lose you both? Megan took his hands. I'm scared too. I've been alone so long. What if I'm not good at this? What if I can't be what Emma needs? You're already what Emma needs, Miles said. And what I need? You're what I need. To 1 year after that Christmas Eve, Miles proposed at the restaurant, saying tableware. Emma had sat down. Megan, he said, 1 year ago. You were alone on Christmas Eve, stood up by a date. My daughter saw you. Sat down, changed everything. He pulled out a ring. Will you marry me? Be Emma's mother. Be my partner. Make every Christmas as perfect as last year. Yes, at their wedding, Emma was the flower girl. She gave a speech last Christmas Eve. Emma said, I saw Miss Megan sitting alone. She looked so sad. Daddy was on his phone, working like always. The little girl smiled. I asked if I could sit with her. She said yes. We talked about everything. Then I made Daddy come over because I knew she was supposed to be with us. Megan stood crying last Christmas Eve. I was stood up, she said. Sat alone in a restaurant, watching couples, watching families, feeling sorry for myself. Then a little girl in a red velvet dress asked if she could sit with me so I wouldn't be alone. She looked at her family. Emma gave me the best Christmas gift. A family, a home, a love I'd stopped believing in. Miles spoke last Christmas Eve. He said I was supposed to be on a date. I canceled, used work as an excuse, like I always did. I thought I was protecting myself, protecting Emma by staying closed. His voice broke. Then my daughter, who knows me better than anyone, sat with a stranger and brought her to our table. Emma saw what I couldn't, that we needed Megan as much as she needed us. Years later, when people asked how they met, Miles would smile and say, my daughter crashed her date. Megan would add, best crash ever. And Emma, now 17, would say, I saw Mom sitting alone, looking sad on Christmas. I couldn't let that happen. So I sat down. Sometimes kids know what adults are too scared to see. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it with someone who believes in children's intuition and Christmas miracles.